Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects us all. Laziness. You know that feeling, right? That heavy, sluggish feeling. But here's the thing, it's not always about being lazy. Often it's a symptom of something else. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. The good news is, there are things you can do to overcome it. In this video, I'll share 10 strategies to conquer laziness. Practical tips to boost your energy and get motivated. Ready to ditch procrastination? Let's do this. The first step to conquering laziness is to set clear goals. I know, you've heard it all before, right? But hear me out. Without clear goals, it's easy to feel lost and unmotivated. It's like trying to drive without a GPS. You'll just end up driving in circles. When you have a specific goal, it's like a fire lights up inside of you. You become more focused and determined. That's the power of having a clear destination. Okay, so you've got your big, audacious goals written down. Now what? Well, here's where things get really interesting. To make those goals feel less overwhelming and more achievable, you need to break them down into smaller, bite-sized steps. Think of it like eating an elephant. You wouldn't even attempt to eat an elephant in one sitting, would you? You take it one bite at a time. The same goes for your goals. Break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks, and suddenly they won't seem so daunting. Each small step you take, no matter how tiny it may seem, is a victory. It's a step in the right direction, and that's what matters. Celebrate those small wins, because they will fuel your motivation and keep you moving forward. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the key. So, embrace the journey, break down those goals, and get ready to conquer one step at a time. Let's talk about routine. Most of us have a love-hate relationship with it. A consistent routine can be your secret weapon against laziness. It frees up mental energy for more important things. Structure and discipline are essential for combating procrastination. It's like having a built-in accountability system. Creating a routine doesn't have to be complicated. Identify your peak productivity times and schedule important tasks for those hours. Consistency is key. Build a routine that supports your productivity. Now that you're ready to embrace the power of routine, let's design a daily schedule that works for you. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Create a routine that aligns with your needs and preferences. Identify your non-negotiables. Essential activities like sleep, healthy meals, and breaks. Block out time for your most important tasks. Schedule time each day for your goals. Factor in some downtime to relax and recharge. Balance work and play, and find what works best for you. Ever felt that wave of overwhelm crash over you? It's like staring up at Mount Everest. Focus on your next step. Break it down into smaller pieces. Suddenly you're just taking that first step. Shift your focus to the manageable now. Break it down, baby. You got this. Here's another cool thing about tackling things in smaller chunks: momentum. Think about it. When you see a big project, it's easy to procrastinate, right? But when you have a small, manageable task staring you in the face, something you know you can knock out in 15 minutes, you're much more likely to just do it. And that's where the magic happens. Because action creates momentum. When you finish that first small task, you get a little hit of dopamine, a little boost of confidence, and suddenly you're ready to tackle the next one. Before you know it, you're on a roll, crossing things off your list left and right. And that mountain you were dreading, it's starting to look a whole lot smaller. So remember, the next time you feel that laziness creeping in, don't let it paralyze you. Break it down and watch the magic of momentum take over. Let's talk about distractions, those sneaky little productivity vampires that suck the life out of our best intentions. You know what I'm talking about. The phone that's always buzzing, the social media rabbit hole. You're basically interrupting your flow state. So, what's the solution? It's time to declare war on distractions. Create a distraction-free zone where you can work and live without being constantly interrupted. Now, I'm not saying you have to become a hermit and live in a cave to get things done, but creating some boundaries around your time and space can make a world of difference. Start small. Turn off notifications on your phone. Put it on airplane mode if you have to. Close those extra tabs on your computer that are whispering your name. Close the door to your office. Put on some noise-canceling headphones, whatever it takes to create that focus fortress. And here's a little secret weapon, the Do Not Disturb feature. Use it liberally. Your friends and family will understand. And if they don't, well, that's their problem, not yours. Remember, you're not being rude, you're being productive. And that's something to be proud of. So go ahead, create your focus fortress and watch your productivity soar. Ever notice how laziness seems to feed on itself? It's like the more you give into it, the stronger it gets. Movement is a powerful weapon against laziness. Getting your body moving can boost your energy and motivation. When you're inactive, your mind follows suit. But movement floods your brain with endorphins. These chemicals lift your mood and sharpen your focus. Even a little movement makes a big difference. So get up and dance to your favorite song, take a brisk walk around the block, or try a quick yoga flow. Remember, motion creates motivation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Mel, I hate exercise. And you know what? That's okay. Finding your move isn't about forcing yourself to do something you dread. It's about finding activities that make you feel good. Maybe it's dancing, hiking, or a Zumba class. Experiment and find what works for you. Something you can enjoy. Consistency is key. Even 15 to 20 minutes can make a difference. So, put on your favorite playlist, grab a friend, and get moving. You'll be amazed at how much more energy you have, how much clearer your mind feels, and how much more productive you become. Trust me, your mind and body will thank you. You know that feeling when you haven't had enough sleep? That sluggishness, that brain fog, that urge to just crawl back in bed? Yeah, not exactly a recipe for productivity, right? Look, we're not designed to run on fumes. When you're sleep deprived, your body produces more of the stress hormone cortisol, making you feel anxious and overwhelmed. And trust me, those are the last things you need when you're trying to get things done. But here's the good news. Prioritizing sleep is like giving yourself a superpower. When you're well rested, your brain functions at its best. You're sharper, you can focus better, and you're way more likely to power through that to-do list without feeling like you're dragging yourself through mud. So, do yourself a favor and make sleep a non-negotiable. Your productivity, your mood, and even your waistline will thank you for it. Okay, so we all know sleep is important, but actually getting a good night's rest, that's a whole other story. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are a few simple tips to help you prioritize sleep and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to conquer your day. First things first, create a relaxing bedtime routine. This could be anything from taking a warm bath to reading a book to just dimming the lights and disconnecting from screens. The key is to signal to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. Next up, make sure your bedroom is a sleep sanctuary. That means cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine if you need to. And finally, remember, consistency is key. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Let's talk about motivation. Sometimes getting started is the hardest part. We all have those tasks we dread, but there's a way to make even the most daunting tasks feel less painful. Enter the power of positive reinforcement. Think of it like training your brain to crave those feel-good vibes. It's like giving your inner child a gold star for a job well done. Find what motivates you and use it to your advantage. All right, so you're ready to harness the power of positive reinforcement? Awesome. Let's talk about how to set up a reward system that actually works for you. First things first, be specific with your rewards. Don't just tell yourself, I'll treat myself later. Decide exactly what you'll do and when you'll do it. Next, Make sure the reward is proportional to the task. A small win might call for a quick pick-me-up, while a major accomplishment deserves a bigger celebration. And remember, this isn't about bribing yourself or setting unrealistic expectations. It's about acknowledging your efforts and creating positive associations with productivity. So, go ahead and give yourself permission to celebrate those wins, big and small. You deserve it. You. We've all been there. You set a goal with the best of intentions, you're determined to make it happen, but then life gets in the way. Distractions pop up, motivation dwindles, and before you know it, you're right back where you started. Frustrating, right? But what if I told you there's a secret weapon in the fight against procrastination and laziness? A way to stay motivated, stay on track, and actually achieve your goals. The answer, my friends, is simple. Find yourself an accountability partner. Think of it like having a workout buddy for your goals. Someone who's there to cheer you on, offer support when things get tough, and give you that gentle, or not so gentle, nudge when you need it most. Because let's face it, sometimes the thought of letting someone else down is the kick in the pants we need to actually follow through. Now, finding the right accountability partner is key. This isn't about finding someone to nag you or make you feel bad. It's about finding someone who supports your goals, understands your struggles, and wants to see you succeed just as much as you do. Start by looking for someone who has similar goals or aspirations. This could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, or even someone you connect with online. Once you've found a potential partner, schedule regular check-ins to discuss your progress, share your challenges, and celebrate your wins together. And remember, communication is key. Be honest about your struggles, offer support when your partner needs it, and most importantly, celebrate each other's successes along the way. All right, let's talk about the mental game of beating laziness. One of the biggest hurdles we face is our own inner critic, that little voice that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll do it later." That voice is a productivity killer. Mindfulness is like a superpower against that negative voice. It's about being present in this moment, not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. When you're mindful, you can quiet those negative thoughts and focus on what you need to do. Think of mindfulness as mental training. Just like you train your body at the gym, you can train your mind to be more focused and resilient. And the best part is, it doesn't require any fancy equipment or hours of your time. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing or meditation can make a world of difference. Trust me on this one, it's a game changer. So how do you actually incorporate mindfulness into your day? It's simpler than you think. Start with just 5 minutes each morning. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the feeling of the air entering and leaving your body. When your mind wanders, and it will, don't judge yourself. Just gently guide your attention back to your breath. As you practice this, you'll find yourself becoming more aware of your thoughts and feelings and better equipped to manage them. And hey, we live in a digital age. There are tons of amazing apps out there that can guide you through mindfulness meditations. It's like having a personal mindfulness coach right in your pocket. Experiment and find what works best for you. Remember, mindfulness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes to silence that inner critic, stay present, and conquer your to-do list with focus and energy. You know how important it is to fuel your car with the right gas, right? Well, the same goes for your body. What you eat and drink directly impacts your energy levels and your ability to focus. Think of it this way. You can't expect your body to perform at its best if you're running on junk food and sugary drinks. When you're feeling sluggish and unmotivated, often the culprit is dehydration. Not drinking enough water can literally drain your energy and make it harder to concentrate. Aim to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Keep a reusable water bottle with you and make it a habit to take regular sips. Now, let's talk about food. Just like you wouldn't put low-quality fuel in a high-performance car, You shouldn't fuel your body with processed foods, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats. Instead, focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods provide sustained energy and nourish your body and brain. Making healthier choices doesn't have to be complicated. Start by swapping out sugary drinks for water or unsweetened tea. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips, opt for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. Small changes like these can make a big difference in how you feel. And hey, I get it. Life is busy. Meal prepping can be a lifesaver when you're short on time. Spend a couple of hours on the weekend prepping healthy meals and snacks for the week ahead. That way, you'll always have nutritious options on hand. Remember, taking care of your physical health is an investment in your productivity. When you fuel your body with the right nutrients and stay hydrated, you'll have more energy, focus, and motivation to tackle your day. It's a win-win. There you have it. 10 powerful ways to kick laziness to the curb and unlock your full potential. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up to big results. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, conquering laziness is all about taking small, consistent steps. You've got this.